Morning everybody. I thought I would start off this morning by sharing with you my makeup because a lot of you have been asking like what I'm doing lately and what I'm using. I will say that we now have a smart TV, so we watch YouTube on our television sets, and our television set, not set. And I don't know why, maybe it's just my TV, but the saturation is way higher. So when I watch other people's videos and even my own, it looks like my makeup is super dark and I have a lot, but it's not like that in person. But anyways, I thought I would share with you guys. I'm just waiting for my curling iron to warm up. I wash my hair. I only wash my hair like once every 4, sometimes 5 days. And usually I just leave it straight, but lately I thought I might just curl it. That way I will actually leave it down instead of throwing it up in a pony, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I thought it would be kind of nice. So yeah, I'll show you guys kind of the products I've been using. So the first, and I would say the biggest change, I do like the LA Girl Pro Concealer, but I actually ran out of that. So I have been using the old tried and true MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and this is in the shade NW15, and that's been a game changer for me, like a really good brightening concealer. So I just put it under my eyes, on my eyelids, and like the center of my face, and I just blend all that out to about like here. And then instead of using foundation, because I've been kind of, I don't know, sick of using like a heavier foundation. I know this is kind of weird, but I've been using the light medium Tarte Shape Tape and just putting like 2 stripes here and 2 here and then here and here, just to add a little bit of coverage but not have like foundation all over my face, because I used to do like foundation and then concealer on top, and then like it's just too much. So I only put concealer here, and then I put the darker shade kind of around, and then I've been using a translucent powder, so I use the Laura Mercier powder. You can use, what's the one I use for my kit? I forget what that one's called, but Graftobian makes a good one, and that's really affordable. You can get that on camerareadycosmetics.com or .ca. Any kind of like loose powder I've been using in the center of my face, and then with a big fluffy brush like this, I'll just use the Maybelline Fit Me in Golden Beige, and I just lightly like do very light powder. Then I do a bit of contour, because you know I like to have contour. And for my eyes, eyebrows, this has also been a game changer. This is the best eyebrow pencil I've ever used in my life. This color is just called Blonde, and it is the NYX Precision Brow Pencil. It just looks like this, and it comes, so you can see the color on the tip there, and you just put it on, and it's like a little sharp, not a Sharpie, it's like an angled pencil. It looks really good. I mean, it works really well. And then it comes with a spoolie on this side, but this is the blonde shade. They have a taupe shade, but I feel like that would be a little bit too dark. I feel like this is plenty dark enough, and it actually shows up darker on camera, which is really weird. All my makeup shows up darker on camera. And then my favorite mascara is the Essence I Love Extreme. It's $4.99, and I think it does a really good job at like opening up my eyes. The palette I've been using that I'm obsessed with is the Naked Honey palette, and I'll just show you guys the colors that I use. I can open it. So here, I have to actually turn you around so you can see this. But so I've been using Flyby, which is an ivory just under the brow. Then I use Swarm and Keeper in my crease and kind of all over the lid. And then I put black eyeliner on the top. And then I've been using Queen mixed with Sting, and I blend that over top of the top, and it looks like I have eyeliner under here, but I don't. I never put eyeliner on the bottom anymore. It's just shadow like on the outer corners, and then mascara, and that's it. I really like it. If you guys don't have this palette, you need it because it's amazing. And then pretty much 99.9% of the time on my lips is the Buxom Lip Gloss in Nicole. And I always run out of it, and I need some more. So, and of course my battery's gonna die, but I'm gonna curl my hair, charge my battery, and then we'll get going on the day. So we are currently on our way to my girlfriend's house. We might go tobogganing, I'm not too sure, but it's snowing, it's -2. I've got the girls' snowsuit, so we're gonna go. I'm not gonna film, but I'll film at my parents' house because we're going there for lunch afterwards. But for getting out of the house. So we are back home now. We went to my girlfriend's house and had a little play date. It was too windy and like blowing snow to take the kids for like down tobogganing, but we had a really nice time. And then I quickly stopped at my parents' house, had lunch, and then got the girls to bed. It's 1:30, so Blake's still awake. She's talking in her crib, and Olivia is asleep. So I just want to get into a little bit more of the TTC situation. So we technically tried last cycle, but I say technically because we had planned to actually give it a good try, and then Colin was called out to work for a couple days, and when he got back and we were able to try, I felt like it was too late because it was like cycle day 17, and I never ovulate that late, or at least that I'm usually pretty consistent with my periods and my ovulation. So I didn't really think that it had worked, but then I started getting all these symptoms, and I thought for sure, like, oh my God, it worked, I'm pregnant. And then I got my period, and that was the weirdest period that I've had yet. My usual signs that my period's coming have now changed. After having 2 babies, I find that now they really mimic pregnancy symptoms, so I'm even more confused. But this last cycle, I have it in my Ovia app. And by the way, if you're friends or family, this is gonna get really personal. So if you don't wanna know about personal things, then I would just click out of this video, or this part anyways. But my last cycle, I was late. I was about 2 days late. So generally I'm every 29 to 31 days. And this was like 32, 33 days, which is very weird for me. So I thought for sure I was pregnant. So I got my menstrual cycle late, and it lasted 3 days of like relatively solid, normal amounts of like me needing to change my tampon and pad and all that stuff. So it was pretty normal. And then the 4th day there was 0, like nothing, and I was like, that's really weird. So all that night and that day I didn't wear anything, and then at like around supper time I just got this like a gush of blood and had to put in a tampon, and then there'd be nothing overnight, nothing the next day, and then the same thing happened around supper time. It was just like a gush, and I was like, okay, like, are you done yet? And then it would be nothing. So that went on for like 3 days, and then I had like 3 days of spotting, like brown spotting, which it doesn't usually last that long for me. And in this whole time as well, and this is gonna get TMI, the last, was it yesterday? Yesterday was clear, but the day before was a little bit of brown, and then it was like more goopy kind of. And yesterday, I'm not supposed to be, so today's the 15th of January, it's Wednesday. I'm not supposed to be ovulating until from Saturday the 18th all the way to the 23rd. That's like my window. And yesterday and today I had like the clear like jelly in down there, and I'm very, very crampy, like really crampy. So I think I'm ovulating now, which now it is cycle day 13. Now I, again, in the past have always ovulated around 12 to 15 DPO, or not DPO, sorry, not DPO, obviously. Cycle day 12 to 15 is usually when I would ovulate. So, but this is telling me, I guess because I got my period late, that I'm not supposed to ovulate until like cycle day 15, which is really weird for me, like that, like to start then and then go right through. So anyways, so we are going to try today, and then every other day during my fertile window. You're welcome, Colin. He's going to be very happy about that. And every other day in my fertile window. And then we'll let you know. I did order some, the cheapy pregnancy tests off Amazon, because I'm so sick of spending like $20 for a 2-pack of First Response. And I am a bit of an early tester. I know I shouldn't be, but I am, and I can't help it. So I thought I would just get the cheapies, and if I got a positive on the cheapie, I'd confirm it with a first response. So I did get the 2-pack of first response, and I also got like a 20-pack of the cheapies. I didn't get ovulation strips because although my last cycle was very weird, 99% of the time I can tell when I'm ovulating. And I generally ovulate around the same time, at least I did with both girls. I got pregnant right away with Blake and right away with Olivia. And that was not using ovulation strips. That was just me being like, checking my Ovia app, which I'll leave the link to that below. It's just OVIA. And being intimate in my fertile window, and then also going from the signs of my body. So I don't know if it's gonna work this time, because obviously after having 2 kids postpartum, your body changes, your cycles change, everything changes. But I'm gonna try. If we don't get pregnant this round, then I'm gonna order ovulation strips online, because obviously maybe I'd be ovulating late or early, but that's generally what we've always done in the past. We were intimate like every other day, and the day that I felt crampy and I thought, okay, I'm ovulating, then we were intimate that day. Like we tried that day. So that's worked the last 2 times, so I'm gonna try it this time. If it doesn't work this time, then I'm gonna get the ovulation strips. But I'm really excited to share this whole journey with you guys. And I know some people think like, oh my gosh, like you want to have like 3 kids, 3 and under, or not everybody, but some people do, in my life will think that, or like, oh, she might be crazy for wanting another child, because 2 is a handful. Honestly, 2 is a handful. I can only imagine what 3 and 4 and so on and so forth is like. But it's so much fun, and my heart knows that I need another baby. And yes, my hands are full right now, but I know I'm a good mom and I know I can do it. And I think sometimes we let fear rule our lives and our heart and our decisions, and that also clouds and shields us from God and what He has in store for us. So I think that when you let fear go and you really listen to your heart and to God and what He has in store, you'll get your answer. And I sometimes think, oh my gosh, should we really do this? Like if I've had a hard day with the girls, or I think like we go out somewhere and I think, how am I going to do this with another baby? I just remember, like, trust God, He's got you, and this is what He's placed in my heart, so I know that this is meant for me. And I'm gonna be honest, sometimes in the past I've hidden things from people, like in terms of like my faith, because I know some other people can come across like, oh, she believes in God, and oh, she's one of those, like, I don't know. And I'm really trying in 2020 to be my authentic self, and not, I mean, I have very thick skin and generally I don't care what people think, but I want to be even more true to myself and my soul, and still be, a positive, uplifting person. But if things in my life aren't making me happy and relationships aren't making me happy, I'm going to let them go, and I'm not going to shy away from how I really feel and my thoughts and my opinions just because I know someone's not going to agree, or because I'm worried I'll hurt someone's feelings. Because that's another issue I have, is that I can be too nice, and sometimes that's not a good thing, because then what I really want gets overshadowed because I'm too afraid that I'll hurt someone's feelings, that I don't let that relationship go, or I don't say what's really in my heart, and it only ends up hurting me. So I know this is going off into a little bit of a tangent, but I am just going to be more authentically myself in 2020, and just realize that there's going to be people out there that don't like me no matter what I do, and that's fine. We don't have to agree with everybody else and their decisions and their parenting, and we don't have to like everybody. It's okay not to like somebody, because we're not meant to like everybody. But as long as we can be respectful of each other, and instead of, leaving a nasty comment or whatever, you just click out of the video, or you just don't watch them anymore, you unsubscribe, or you don't follow them on Instagram. But I just figure there's so many people in the world that aren't going to like me for no matter what, so I might as well do what I want to do and live my life the way I want to, because it is my life. And I'm tired of worrying about certain people's opinions and how am I going to word this so I don't come across this way, and just trying to be this like perfectly political correct person all the time. And I don't want to do that anymore. I want to be authentically myself. And part of that is my relationship with God, and I truly believe in God. And if you don't like that or agree with it, that's fine, but you're gonna see me talk about it on my channel because that's a big part of my life. So yeah, that was just like a huge long tangent, and I apologize for that one, but I'm really excited. And I know I've said this in the past that I think it might be a girl or a boy or whatever. I feel like I would love a healthy child. I'd love another little girl, but I know in my heart God's bringing me a boy. Like, I just feel it lately with every fiber of my being that God is bringing us a boy. Like, Colin and I talk about like a boy, and you know, we were watching this documentary last night, the Aaron Hernandez documentary. It's on Netflix. He was a New England Patriot who committed some murders. It's a really good documentary. If you guys are looking for something, you don't have to like football. It's so good. We're almost finished it. It's very sad, but it's very good. So if you like murder, mystery type stuff, you'll really like it. It's a true story. And we're Pats fans, so we really wanted to see it, and we're very, like, we love it. But, oh my God, mom brain, where was I going with this? Oh my God, where was I going with this? Oh, right. Okay, so we're watching that, and I was like, I don't know if I want our son to play football. Like, he's gonna get a concussion. And Colin's like, no, he's playing football. And like we talk about him like he's already here. So let me know if I'm wrong, but I have a very, very strong feeling that it's gonna be a boy. But anyways, I think I've rambled long enough. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'm really excited. I am going to do the early testing and all of that stuff, and you will be the first ones to know. But again, if you could just not refrain from saying anything on my Instagram, because I don't want my close family and friends knowing until I'm farther along. And I don't want to announce it on Instagram until I'm a bit farther along, but I did want to tell you guys. So I'm really excited, and I hope it works out. And yeah, we're gonna start trying today, the 13th. Sorry, 16th of January, cycle day 13. That's when we're trying. So I'm really excited. But anyways, I'm gonna relax. I have to edit some videos, and I have to do a couple business email thingies. And Blake is whining because she is overtired, and she's probably gonna nap till like 4 o'clock, so I'll have to keep her up late, but that's okay. And then I'll show you guys what we're having for supper and when Colin's home and all that stuff. So I'll talk to you later. So I have all the kids' laundry to fold. We just cleaned up, and Colin and Blakey are watching. Your legs look really white on the video. Those legs have never seen sun. And they never will. Blake, can you say see you tomorrow? Yes. Say, can you blow a kiss? Oh, all of our friends on YouTube that watch us.
Both like to see something.
Yes, Peppa Pig watches, honey.